I am Chief Product Officer at Outbrain. And today I'll be talking about how Outbrain has been, is, and will be revolutionizing performance marketing. I'll go through two things. Some of you, or I would say many of you, already know what Outbrain is, who we are, what we do. I will still do a bit of introduction. And then I'll go and tell you about exciting things we have. Some are already in the market with Outbrain's product, some upcoming, to really make you successful. We basically invented native advertising. Then, around 2015, a new wave of marketing came in, programmatic marketing, ability to reach across networks in all parts of the web world. And actually, this is how I came to Outbrain. So I co-founded a DSP called Zemanta DSP, which was acquired by Outbrain in 2017. And at Zemanta, we were part of the kind of writing the standards of how real-time bidding works for native. And so we're, I would say, some of the grandfathers of native programmatic. And of course, we were in AI. Every company today is in AI, but we were earlier. Like, while most of you and us heard about ChatGPT in 2022, somewhere around there, we already in 21 had the first generative AI as part of the product. And I'll talk about it in a minute. And we will keep inventing and making you successful in the future. So just to kind of wrap quickly up the introduction, enormous audience, enormous scale. Of course, being in AI, predictive AI, so optimization AI, generative AI for a while. And we managed to grow. Like the proof is, the only way we could have grown is by you being successful with us when you're buying traffic through us. So, as I said, every company today that's worth its salt is doing AI. I'm sure on this stage you have been and will be hearing a lot about it. And of course, we did it too. And we started with the obvious things. The first obvious thing, it was in alpha in 21, before ChatGPT, was basically alternative copy. So you put in one title of your native ad, the machine goes, thinks, returns 10 alternative titles, you select one, and this allows you to save work, because AI is here to save work. You choose which ones you want, and of course, when they run, they're all properly marked up as AI, so to be compliant with all the regulatory frameworks. This is the most obvious stuff. I believe every platform probably today is doing it. Then we went forward. Like, what's the specific in native world is that the ads are not static, or the ads are not all of the same dimension. You upload one image, but the publisher, the media outlet might have a different format how it shows this ad. So sometimes you need to crop, and then when you crop, you maybe crop the wrong things from the image. So we again turned to AI. We said, OK, what about AI outcropping? Can AI basically expand the image? The same thing that Photoshop allows you to. But if you do it through Photoshop, it will take time. You will need to click here and here and here. While with us, a checkbox, you allow us to do image outcropping, and magically it happens with all the compliance disclosures, of course. Now, let's go forward. Another thing that basically everyone is doing is image to image. So you have one set of images, and you use various image models, and you get another set of images. Why? Of course, we all need to try a lot of different creatives, because we don't really know what will stick. Historically, going to stock photo providers, creating new images, slow process. And we know people were doing that. We interviewed many of you, and we said, look, what can we do? Obvious answer, image to image, you put in one, you get a similar image, you can use it, done. Now, OK, all of this are AI stuff that's completely obvious that everybody's doing. But we were thinking, like, is there something that we could do that we haven't seen done? At least I haven't seen done before. And we realized that a lot of advertising has people in it, and you would expect and hope that the audiences would relate to people you see visualized in the imagery of the media buyer. But there people, we are pretty different. If we look at us, different ages, different ethnicities, different looks. So could we use AI to automatically adapt the image to potentially adapt it to be more aligned with the audience we're addressing? So you could have one image, and maybe we automatically vary the age of the person, or in this case, we vary the hair color. But imagine if you can upload one image, and the machine would basically, based on your audience targeting, understand who you're trying to target and adapt through AI how that person looks. Of course, in order to increase kind of potential of your audience to identify with what you're offering. This really starts to fulfill the promise of truly adaptive advertising, truly personalized advertising. And of course, like with everything else, if you could do it by hand, like all this is possible. You could get more stock photos, you could get somebody to draw kind of alternative images, but the AI is here and is built into our products in order to spare your time to create more ads, better ads, and create outcomes, success, and money for you at the end. So we then looked, okay, so is there more we could do with AI? And the first thing is we said, okay, we now need to go to the landing page. And the first product, it's called DressCode, also in alpha, is about, could we help you more easier to kind of A/B test messages on the landing page without any code writing, like simply by using our pixel that can automatically adapt the messages on the landing page. And this is out. But there's the next thing and the next problem we've heard from some of you that we're now solving, and it's not out yet, which is when you create the campaigns, you of course try multiple things, and you have different messages to address your audience. However, when you make a click, you end up on the same landing page. Now, you could spend a lot of time, and if you have 10 or 100 different messages, to have 10 or different landing pages, and then have the right URLs in the right campaign for the right creative, it's a lot of work. And what we're thinking is, like, why wouldn't AI adapt your landing page, especially the beginning of your landing page, the upper part, based on what was the exact variation of the message the user has clicked on? So basically, to increase coherence between what user has saw and where user landed. Because we were asking, and we saw that this is one of the things that can improve the outcomes of the campaigns, and many people are doing it manually. But again, now with AI, of course, with all the approvals, like, there always needs to be human in the loop of, can we use this message, can we use that? But it can be done automatically without juggling 100 URLs, making sure everything leads to the right page, because there's JavaScript on the landing page that automatically adapts that landing page to the message that user clicked on. Now, the landing page is not the end. Of course, we go forward. We find what was there a conversion? What was the value of the conversion? And we're really, of course, building a platform to be end-to-end, full funnel optimization platform, which means that not only you can kind of have the conversions that are server to server that are immediate, but you can actually upload conversions that might come from the offline process, like lead qualification that happens only a couple of days later after the lead was captured, and you can upload them, and then the algorithm actually takes into account the full funnel and all the touch points with the users, trying to figure out which users are kind of more receptible to the ad message and receptible to get to the end of the funnel. So full funnel optimization is thing we're working on hard. Now, for the last part of what we have, I want to speak about Outbrain DSP. So Outbrain, as I started, is a network, large publisher network, and large buying engine. But we also, because Outbrain bought my company, Zementa, we now have a DSP. We've just recently renamed it to Outbrain DSP. We hear it's the best DSP out there from some of you. But we need to be better. And when you're using the DSP meaning demand-side platform, it's really meant to open up the whole of internet and whole of not just web, but also in-app supply, media outlets, apps, and similar for you. However, internet is really, really huge. And what we've seen is that it takes a lot of time, manual time, to find good sources of traffic among thousands and thousands. So we said, why don't, I'm a product person, so I said, why wouldn't we productivize that process? So we're now rolling out something called dynamic exploration that is a special type of campaign that is not trying to exploit for maximum ROAS immediately. What it does is, every day it picks a few sources based on all of your targetings and tests them out just enough using AI to figure out when it's enough to see whether that source could be successful or not. It offers 100% transparency. You set the budget, you set what should be kind of explored in a broader sense, and then basically it goes, and each day it blasts just a few sources based on how much budget you're putting in, and tells you at the end, has some site been explored? Green, great. Maybe you want to move this to the allow list of your other campaigns. Hey, explored, not good. Probably you don't want to spend any more money on it. Or it's in the phase of exploring. All this is now available in beta on the Outbrain DSP. We have seen this being used especially by search marketeers, large search marketeers that are able to really turn the whole internet in their space to acquire traffic through the DSP.